This is Papa Smurf. You're listening to Our Lifestyle, the podcast, with ODB and the Mayor.
This podcast is brought to you by Custom Car Show Productions, which includes 4 annual car and truck shows. Search Google or Facebook for more information on these CCSP events. Orange Beach Invasion, which is in Orange Beach, Alabama, mid-March. After Hours Car and Truck Show, Mobile, Alabama, mid-May. Scraping the Coast in Biloxi, Mississippi, each June. And Bayou Showdown, which is in Slidell, Louisiana. Again, search Google or Facebook for more information. Each of these shows are also available on Instagram. This is Our Lifestyle, the podcast, and we approve this message. Ho, 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 ho! Merry Christmas! It's episode 216. Merry OLP Mas, if that makes sense. And guess what? We got Biggity Mike, the mayor. He's not out gallivanting, and we're going to let him back on as long as he doesn't give his updates for too long. Mike, you only got 10 seconds. What do you got to say?
Thanks, Jay. Thanks for having me. Great to be here. Airhead Nation. Goodbye.
Dude, best update ever, man. Hopefully his phone cut out right there. We're hoping his battery dropped. But Airhead Nation, we got so much to talk about on this episode. Again, as I mentioned, Merry Christmas. First and foremost, health first, family first. Hope everyone is out there. More than likely, you haven't had an opportunity to listen to this on Christmas Day. Maybe you're one of the overnight kind of guys, if you will, that are working. But thank you guys so much for always rocking with us. This overview of episode 216 is brought to you by our family at All Time Low Magazine, atlmagazine.com. Not much more to say there other than you got to subscribe. Don't just take our word for it. If you need to, just order an issue or two. Check it out. But trust us, they do sell out. That's why it is best to subscribe. You get 6 issues. It's bi-monthly. But Miggity Mike, if you didn't drop yet, what's going down, my brother?
Dude, another beautiful day down here in Southwest Florida. It is nice and cool. I'm not going to say cold, because then as soon as you say something about being cold in Florida, everybody up north is like, well, it's 23 degrees up here.
That's why we don't live there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say. Well, we're not there. That's why we're down here. And when it gets to 50, 40, even in the 60s, it's pretty chilly when it gets down.
Listen, look, I'm rocking with you, dog. You start talking about 60s and chilly. Come on, man. Dude, I'm rocking shorts. I know you're out there slinging mail in shorts. Listen to me. 60s, that's good. 50s, we have a problem.
No, and I'm definitely, because I do not put the pants on. I do wear my shorts.
Shannon, let's be honest. Shannon wears the pants in the house. I get it. That was kind of an innuendo that you were saying, right? How do you say that? Indo?
Hey, in the window, out the window. I'm not going to sit there and deny that. It's so much easier when you let that one just take it and run with it.
Yes, sir.
And you just go with the flow, baby. Just go with the flow. But all in all, man, life is good, brother, and I can't complain. It's one of those. It's that, like I've said time and time again, it's that busy time of year at the Postal Service, and I see everybody complaining about not getting their packages. One thing I just want to say, it is the worst run organization in the world. I'm not going to deny that. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, not only are we delivering our packages, but we're delivering Amazon, we're delivering UPS, we're delivering FedEx, Walmart, Target. We're delivering all these packages because all those other guys, they can't even handle half the stuff that they've got. They dump all this shit off on us at the damn post office. So, hey, it is what it is. But I tell you what, this year is a record year for people staying home and ordering stuff offline. And it is insane how many packages are coming through that post office, just ours alone. And all the dates that I'm noticing where it says, expected to be delivered by, they're all either on time or they are a day later than the expected time that they're supposed to be delivered. So I've seen people talk about, it's been held up here, it's been held up there. I'm going to tell you a true story real quick. Is I know a guy that sent a package to one of my customers, totally put it in the wrong package, didn't even package it up right. And then, of course, it's the post office's fault because, it gets stuck in the machine because he put it in an envelope when it should have been in a box, and because he was trying to save a buck. And that's what caused the problem. That's why it was backed up. So, guys, make sure you package these things up right.
Look, shipping's on the rise. I can tell you this. Look, the homie Tony Boss Bowling, he's got them FedEx ground routes, and I can tell you this, Mike. You know how I feel about it. I'm not even going to go ODB live and uncut, which we're going to bring back in 2021, by the way. Biggity Mike the Mayor, we're going to bring back Going Postal. But this is just a little prelude. Listen, Americans, we're included. Most of us are lazy, okay? And I'm not even lazy, but most of us are pretty lazy. And people order everything. I mean, dude, if you would have told someone 50 years ago you can order fucking dog food through the mail, I mean, dude, come on, man. And I get it. There's some people that are older. There's people that are like, well, why should I waste my fuel to go? Listen, people are ordering everything. Dude, you can go to fucking the car vending machine and order a damn car to your house, okay? Is it good? Yeah, absolutely. But is it, sometimes do I think it's ludicrous that you can order as much shit through the freaking mail? Like Mike and I sometimes be talking at lunch, like he'll call me and I'm trying to like chuck him the voicemail. And finally, like, Mike, you use that one weird caller ID app where, like, you switch your number and you change it to Vic's number or Ron from Hammered. And I'm like, oh, shit, Ron's calling me. And then it's you, and I'm like, shit, dude. And then you start telling me how you're delivering water to someone's house through the mail. You start to go, dude, like, water? Drinking water? Like, drinking water you're delivering? Right, Mike?
Oh, yeah. And you're exactly right, brother, because it is pretty insane, but at the same time, I ain't gonna complain because, brother, it keeps me a job. So, hey, and I tell you what, it is not that damn hard delivering packages. And,
well, remember, you live in a nice place, right? You deliver in very nice places and stuff. But think about this.
Or you rudely interrupted me. I was going to tell you, in my paradise that I deliver to, it's a piece of cake.
Now you know how it feels. Now
yes.
You know, like Tom Petty, now you know how it feels to be me. Great song, by the way. But, dude, you know by the water, okay, in this Tampa Bay area, what do the people do? They order the heaviest dog food, 2 boxes, and guess what? You got to walk an eighth of a mile to their house because they got the biggest yard in the world. Then you got to go up the steps, right? That's why they do it, Mike, because they don't want to dude, they can't even take it up to their house, and of course with the code and all that stuff, they got to have the raised houses. But I don't know. Anyways, we could do a whole episode about shipping. All I know is you can order dog food in new cars or trucks to your effing house, and most people go, I don't care who's delivering it. All I know is I got my feet up, I'm watching TV, and someone's bringing it to my fucking house, and I'm employing someone, so they don't care.
That's exactly right. And I tell you what, props to the damn, because I know my ass isn't going to be out there that damn late. But talking about delivering, we got a damn Amazon package last night at 9:38. I'm sitting there watching the football game, and all of a sudden the doorbell rings. I was like, who the fuck is ringing my doorbell at 9:38? Damn Amazon guy. I got this guy with a flashlight on top of his head walking around. By the time I got out to the door, he's already delivering another package to my next door neighbor. But at 9:38 at night, I'm like, damn, dude.
It makes me think of the Goody Mob. Who's that peeking in my window? Pow. No butsy now. Classic, no man. 25 years of Goody Mob. So, Mike, dude, we got a lot to talk about. Now, I know some of you are looking at this cover art or you're looking at the title of it. You're out there hustling, getting the job done. We appreciate everyone that sticks with us or rocks with us. But, Mike, on this episode, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. It's just going to be you and I talking the whole time. I think some guys are going to, and ladies are going to pretty much, stop the podcast now. Please don't. We got a lot of good stuff to cover. But this episode, as I mentioned earlier, is Merry OLP Mas. How do you say that? Like, instead of Merry Christmas, OLP Mas, right? And we're going to be covering a lot of cool stuff. Not only are we going to go through the normal stuff, but once we kind of get through a lot of that, we're going to cover our favorite holiday Christmas movies, okay? I guarantee Mike hasn't seen most of these. And, Mike, I know you don't listen to hip-hop, but we're going to cover some of our favorite hip-hop songs. I have a feeling you probably heard maybe some Run-DMC, maybe a couple of these, but I think it'll be kind of cool to talk about. I know you were, like, growing up, you were more like on the Boys the Men, Let It Snow, and all that stuff. I don't know anything about that. I saw some of your notes, and I was like, dude, I don't know if we should even bring up the Boys the Men stuff that you have down. You know what I mean?
Dude, why the hate on Boys the Men?
I mean,
ABC,
that is a good song now. So again, All Time Low magazine. They're doing. They've got this event going on up in April. It's going to be called the Prom or something. We got to get more info. I mean, I don't know if this is Rich, if this is Beth, but just know All Time Low magazine. They're on Instagram. They're on Facebook. But atlmagazine.com. Please subscribe. Show them some love. If you don't, you'll often get left out in the cold, so to speak. You won't be able to cop that new issue. But, Mike, the next episode, I want to let everyone know real quick, we've been working on for a couple of months the OLP wrap-up for 2020. If all goes well, hopefully we'll have that out next week. And we wanted to, Ruben, the big homie, R.A. Ruben, he said, yo, Jay, we got to get it out in the year 2020. Let's not roll it into 2021. So let's try to wrap it up next, Mike, if we can. I mean, there's a lot still. You've got reports you got to turn in. Kind of remember Marty McFly, and George McFly when Biff tried to get the homework and all that stuff. He had reports to do. So, I mean, you got to get that stuff in. Your binder's already been shredded. I don't know where we're going. I got to get a digital binder for you now, man.
Hey, I just want to know, do I need to find a prom date for the ATL prom?
That I cannot answer. So hopefully Rich and Beth will come on and really explain themselves, right? Because we need answers, damn it. Okay.
All right. Well, do I have to get a tux? I mean, can I spike the punch? I mean,
Karate Kid. Are we, season 3? The Chinese dude's coming back, or the Japanese dude's coming back. I mean, what are we doing here, right? So,
dude, January 8th, homie. January 8th.
You're a fiend, dude. So, the last episode 215, the Chronic 2020. Mike, I just got a question for you. Do you even know who Leon Haywood is, man? You know what I mean? Like the sample that they use for Nothing But a G Thing? You never heard that shit, dog.
Dude, I ain't going to lie. When you brought up Above the Law, I was getting ready for you to start talking about, Steven Seagal. And then, see, I seen that movie too, fucker. But yeah, you start talking about Above the Law, and I'm like waiting for some damn Steven Seagal references or something.
Dude.
And, by the way, do you think Steven Seagal could kick Chuck Norris's ass?
No, and that's a no for Hank Norris, because Hammered Hank, dude, he's got this axe kick that he does, back like they used to do on the, what was that old game, The Ultimate Warrior, or it was on 3DO, the Panasonic 3DO, it was called something The Warrior, and you would do the axe, no, Mortal Kombat, you do the axe kicks, and that type of deal. Dude, Hammered Hank, bro, he is, like, what's the highest degree black belt you could have? Like 3rd degree, 100th degree? I don't even know anything about that stuff. I watched The Karate Kid, but I'm not an expert with that stuff. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
All I know is Hank used to run, supposedly, in circles with Steven Seagal, and Hank was texting me, and he said, yo, if Mike doesn't dress as Steven Seagal next year for Halloween, okay, with the long black hair, the kind of the hairpiece and stuff, he's not effing with us anymore. He already said he's got a word in with Ron, and they're pulling the plug with any kind of side deals with us.
Okay. All right.
So,
all right.
I don't know what that means. But, I mean, Leon Haywood, that was the sample that Dre used. But like I said, Mike, I know some people were probably like, man, ODB is getting crazy with all this. But listen, it's just like you could know everything about mini trucking, but you may not be able to like host a podcast, or you may not want to, right? That type of thing. It's what I always say about, you have these artists that sample these songs and they go, well, the best music's already been made. But to be able to take a sample from a song and make a classic song like Dre did with Nothing But a G Thing, Mike, all I know is, man, you get in your ride and you put that track on, you roll the windows down, you roll, brings you right back to 9 deuce, 9 tray, and hopefully you're going to be feeling that soon rolling in the S10 that you got, the real nice S10 you have.
Oh yeah, that S10. Yeah, kind of like our boy Ben. He's got an S10.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Ben with the S10. he definitely needs a topper for that S10. And Mike, you definitely. I was thinking about some mods, and I don't know if you want me to share them here, but I got some real good ideas for you because I do think that sometimes.
No, Jay. You know what? I do want you to share them here. Let's go ahead. Let's hear this.
Listen, you do sometimes. I know the listeners are going to laugh. When you and I kind of talk about the plotting and planning, you do compromise sometimes with things. You kind of go, listen, man. Jay, I'm not trying to like remortgage the house to like finish my, to like build this crazy mini. And I'm going, dude, Mike, if you don't do it, man, you're leaving something on the table. So, I'm thinking if you could at least do the gull wing doors, okay, just follow me, and kind of do maybe some of the DeLorean stuff with the time machine, kind of the Doc Brown spin. I really think you'll have an opportunity to, to maybe, win some awards this year.
Yes, because we all know the only reason why we build these trucks is for awards. So that's the only reason.
I know.
I don't win an award when I go to this, whatever show it is, that show's not worth going to.
Exactly, dude. And that's what, it's like, dude, if you're not best to show every show, then, why would you even build, and do all that stuff,
Well, dude, I don't even care about best of show. I just want a top 25, a top 50, top 100.
The key word is want, though, right? Like
I better get. I'm entitled to one of those trophies.
Like where we're going here. Okay, I got you. Well,
I'm entitled.
If you could, let me say this a nice way. If you could, finish that mini and we could get it to Lone Star Throwdown. I don't know if you know, Mike, but the listeners, I hope that they do. You got Phil Built Designs doing these amazing awards, these crazy build awards. I mean, honestly, been around the scene a long time, never seen anything quite like it. And rumor has it, Mike, that with this 10th anniversary, they're also going to have the top 10 mini trucks. So if you could somehow get that truck out there, now I know it's not going to be there, but if you could, you might be in the running for one of those. I don't know, man. I see Callie's coming out again, new minis. I saw that earlier today, man. So I don't know. I think you're compromising, and you're just to the point where you're throwing the towel in and you're going, listen, man, I'm not doing all the billet craziness and all that stuff, and that's your cup of tea, man. I'm out at this point, dog.
Well, I do know that Radar and Lonnie both are mini truckers at heart, and they want more mini trucks at LST. So if any of you mini truckers are out there listening, guys, get those pre-registrations in and get those mini trucks to LST for your shot at one of those badass all billet awards at LST.
LoneStarThrowdown.com. And Mike, speaking of websites, the last episode 215 recap, was brought to the listeners by Hammered Weekend Wear. He's getting ready to go on the Hammered World Tour. It's going to be awesome. He's going to be rocking with us. He's going to be in Florida for a ton of shows. We're very fortunate. We have a lot of shows here in the state of Florida. You can support The Real Deal by going to HAMMERD weekendwear.com. Order some gear. Show the homies some love. Add OLP to the notes. Let them know that Hank is doing the damn thing and that Hank could kick Steven Seagal's ass and Chuck Norris at the same time. We know it. Hammered Weekend Wear.
But wait, what about Jean-Claude Van Damme? You think he can beat his ass too?
Gene. What about RoboCop, dude? I mean,
ooh, for sure.
You know what I mean? What about Lumberg from Office Space? But you probably haven't seen that one either. But Mike, as we move ahead, we're going to substitute in lieu of the general updates. We've already provided a ton of those. We're going to give thanks here. Just in general, man. We're basically dropping this one on Christmas Day, and we've got a lot to be thankful for. But I just want to kind of throw it to you, man. Who do you want to give thanks to, or what, or anything that you're conjuring up in that crazy mind of yours?
Well, the first and foremost that I definitely want to give thanks to is I got to hands down, it's got to be my wife. Just for this crazy ass year that we've had, and still continues to support no matter what I do, how I do it, whatever. She's always right there by my side, and and always supports everything that I do. So first and foremost, definitely my wife. I definitely want to thank Jay for allowing me back on to this podcast, and I want to thank Jay for this continued partnership that we have with the podcast. Dude, 5 freaking excuse me.
That sounded weird. Partnership. I mean, you meant like podcast
partnership.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was going to ask you if you'd be my date to the prom. So does that mean that would have been weird?
F that, I'm out.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, dude, it's 2020 now. So, I mean, everything's good. But anyways, dude, so freaking Ryan, Profab, for getting my truck to the point where it's at. And now I got to thank another guy, which I can't say the name of his name or the shop name. It's at an undisclosed area shop because apparently I've jumped some people in line, and these people aren't very happy about it.
You love saying that, though. You love rubbing it. I mean, let's be honest. You love rubbing that in. Whoever you're jumping, you must be in a gang because you're jumping every week, dog.
Hey, I don't want to mention this guy's shop, but I want to give him tons of thanks because he's definitely taken my Mazda S10, whatever you want to call it, and taking it. It's going to be on the rise, and I can't wait. It's the pictures. When I tell you, it's like every day he keeps sending me more and more pictures of just, dude, this guy is fucking the bomb. So when it gets done and it comes out, then I can tell everybody where to take their truck, car to. Then believe me, I will definitely be doing it because he is. It's definitely in some good hands. But the dude and all the guys and girls and companies that support the podcast and continue to support the podcast and have supported the podcast for all this time. Thank you guys. So I don't want to thank too many people because I don't want to take these away from you. So let's hear who you want to thank now, Jay.
Well, first and foremost, like you said, definitely ride or die, the wife, allowing me to come back here and record all this craziness with you. She's usually pounding on the door going, what the hell is going on in there? Are you guys like recording a new album? When's it dropping? When are we getting the advance payments? What are we doing here? Did you get Drake on board? Is Mike getting his flow down? I don't know. But in all seriousness, it's been a crazy year. And I do think, we kind of rattle on here a little bit sometimes, but I have to often remind myself that, hey, even on a bad day, it's not as bad as it could be. I woke up today and I went on Twitter and I saw a story from the local news station about this 5-year-old kid that was ringing a bell that he had just finished his chemotherapy, and it's an emotional thing because, it's like I'm sitting here going, I had to deal with this crazy email at work or this little, little thing or, this little stupid thing. And you got to reset. I know I do. I'll speak for myself. I got to reset sometimes and just go, hey, is it really that bad? And if it is, you got to get up and you got to focus and you got to kind of change it. So, that's first and foremost, especially on this holiday season. It's like, look, it's been a crazy year. Whatever you believe, whatever your, kind of thought process is on things, just know that things are going to get better. But also, Mike, from our podcast standpoint, as you mentioned, got to thank all the listeners, all the supporters. We got people like Greg Miller that have been down since day one with Custom Car Show Productions. You got folks like Lonnie and Radar with Lone Star Throwdown, Garage Gear Clothing, the West Coast Influence, and you have all of our other, folks that partner with us to say, hey, we believe in what you guys are doing. So, got to thank all of them. And everyone that's left an iTunes or Apple Podcast rating or maybe a comment through Podbean. Again, it kind of just goes back to all the listeners. We really appreciate that. And, over the course of this time, Mike, outside of friends and family, A lot of peeps have came by the booth to slap hands, bump elbows, whatever you want to call it. Some to make purchases, some just to hang out and have a great conversation. And that means really the world to us. We don't do this for the money. We do it for really the connecting with the listeners and the people out there and the stories and kind of bringing those to light. But from the originals out there, the OGs, as we call them, to the BGs, the baby gangsters, Mike, there's a lot of good people out there. And if nothing else, if you're passionate about the scene and you go to shows and you support good companies and you get into the show, whether it's with the vehicle or not, that's going to help keep the scene going for another few decades, hopefully even longer. So, yeah, Mike, that's kind of my wrap up as far as the podcast goes as it relates to giving thanks, brother.
Yes, no, and like you had mentioned, all these people that have purchased our merchandise and and rocking our gear, and it's freaking awesome, man. Never would have thought 5 years ago when we started talking about doing this that we'd still be doing this, and we have as much out there that we have as far as merchandise and as far as listeners and the friendships that we've developed from doing this podcast, and the people, the continued support week after week of listening to the podcast and the messages that we get back from these guys, and just the truck scene in general, man. Just going to all these different shows and from the shows and the hangouts and all these friends that we've made all over the United States because of trucks and truck shows. It's pretty fucking awesome, man.
Yes, it is. And these Give Thanks updates were brought to you by our family at Viair. Just know that Viair is the heart of any air suspension. Big ups. If you've got some of the older Acura stuff, the Indo CVT, get in line now. Order those compressors. Get ready if you ever have to upgrade. And just know that Viair compressors continue to stay on the rise. The 2.0s are quieter, a little bit quicker, a little bit more volume. As you would expect, good incremental updates. Love what Viair continues to do for the scene. They've recently done some giveaways. Follow Viair on Instagram and Facebook. And we love our Acura as well. We just know, they will tell you as well, Mike, that I think the future will possibly be without Indo CVT, as cool as an idea that it was. So, moving ahead, man, we got the scene updates, dude. And is there anything out there that you've seen lately? I know I've got a few things I'll cover with the new street trucks, but anything that you've seen going on? I know your homie John is supposedly doing like 34s or 36s, some crazy new build. Mike, what the hell's going on, bro? You got the scoop?
Well, John is going to be doing a 2021 Escalade. And, of course, it's the big bitch because that's a big motherfucker. And it is going to be built by none other than our good friend Jimmy's Rod and Customs. So definitely look forward to seeing that one. I'm more than pretty sure it's going to be out and about in 2022. By the time Jimmy gets it into the shop and gets it done, it's probably going to be 2022. But yes, the 2021 Escalade is what they call in the works.
Now, I'm going to say 2021, but you and I both know John. You know him better. John's talking about stereo, a lot of other stuff. So I would think Jimmy would, to your point, would probably want to have it out in 2021, but you may be dialing in all the details that he wants to do, right? He's doing some big stuff to it. So we'll have to see, man. I mean, do you think, John will maybe let us drive it or borrow it or anything? Once it's done?
No, I definitely see him letting us borrow it, no problem.
Every time I try to talk him, he says, like on Fast Times at Ridgemont High, he's like, get out of my face, fool. I was like, dude, what did I do? He's like, I don't even know who you are. I was like, damn, I'm sorry. And I won't mess with John because he's a big dude, man.
He's a big teddy bear, though, man. I mean, just he's really, yeah. I don't want to know. I don't blame you, brother. But I can tell you that it's going to be pretty fucking awesome, and I look forward to being able to cruise in that damn thing. And I'm going to say it's going to be safe to say that it will be at Orange Beach Invasion 2022. How's that? Parked in that premium spot there at Orange Beach Invasion 2022.
Yeah, because John loves that show, and big ups. I can't wait to see it there. And if you go on Instagram, you can type in John Lopez, just how it sounds, and you'll see his Instagram, which he doesn't post much, but I've been coaching him through it, Mike. I said, yo, John, you got to post more. Let's see it. It's KRZQBN, whatever the hell that means. Crazy Cuban, right?
Crazy Cuban, yes.
And he's a good dude. Aftermath, big ups to that crew. They do it big. And their whole little motto, right, is it don't stop. And apparently with John Lopez, he definitely believes in that motto. So big stuff there. No, Mike, the new street trucks did arrive. We hinted at it recently because Chris and Nicole, they do a fantastic job of getting out some of the word on social media when things are starting to be complete. Look, I don't want to go through the entire thing, but here's what I'm going to say. You got January 2021. You have a Killer Ford old school pickup, real awesome cover. You've got a mini truck with a tilt dancing bed on the cover. Right, tilt bed. Yeah, tilt bed. You also have Crew Cut with the Slam Fest. So basically, front and center, you have Maggie Valley Mini Truck and Nationals, Slam Fest 2020. And Mike, it does not stop there. When you delve in to this one, you also have Daryl Poe. You have the under construction Daryl Poe version of the Outlaw on 96. You have Jeff from Severed. He's got the Nissan dialed in. Johnny O Photo shoots this thing. Super sick. And then Mini Truck and Nats. Dude, let me count this, Mike. You got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think both Mini Nats and Slamfest have 7 pages of content, dude. The great thing is their write-up is short and sweet. The Mini Nats include some of the, obviously the award winners, but dude, you got mini trucks galore. You got Jimmy's Rod and Customs all in here. You got some Severed rides. You got Chicks Ride. Rest in peace, Jen Lacey. You even got Tom from NC Florida. He's got a little photo in here, kind of the ass end of the lack. And Mike, you got a photo in here with the Haggies, right? Hope I always sometimes butcher that, so sorry guys. But also on page 8, we have letters to the editor. Chris Hamilton kind of worked back with him, and we have Brian's son's reveal, which you and I took part in at Mini Truck and Nats there, which is going to be obviously this April coming up. The cool thing is, Mike, we got Rowan Concepts in here. We also had to give a huge thanks to Greg Miller from Scraping the Coast. Okay, I talked to Brian the other day and I said, hey, remember, without Greg at Scraping the Coast, this wouldn't have been possible. I know, Mike, you worked that deal, and on top of that, we had the opportunity to kind of do this write-up, worked closely with Chris. He kind of tailored it a little bit as he needed to kind of fit it into the space. But that's the great thing, man. The Hamiltons support the scene, Mike. And to have this much mini trucking coverage, I mean, you got a Finished Nissan by Johnny O. Brandon Burrell, I believe, shot the Daryl Poe's truck for under construction, which they're going to run before the final feature. Mini Truck and Nats, and then, oh, by the way, Slamfest, which really kind of started as a mini truck, crew with Mini Madness. Dude, you can't ask for much more packed, jam-packed content than this issue of Street Trucks, Mike.
Yeah, they definitely killed it, and it's good to see them stepping up their game as far as the coverage as well.
Yeah, man. And Mike, speaking of that, dude, check this out. The homie Felt Him Fab, okay? As soon as you turn to page 48, you're going to see this badass, a true battle, 88 to 98 OBS on the rise. I know Mike Alexander did the write-up. Angel Dooley shot it. Not only is it a killer OBS truck, but it's got 3 tanks in it. And, dude, our homie, guess who painted them, man?
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. Our boy Felt Him Fab. Delicious.
So clean. And I've heard of some other things that he's going to be working on, maybe for a truck that could kill you. I don't know how to say that any different. But I know that FELTHAM, Feltham Fab, he takes care of his clients, his customers, and he's a good dude. If you need something painted, including a mailbox, custom awards, you name it, look no further than Feltham Fab. When you turn to this page and you see this dually, take a look at those tanks, man, and tell us, try to sell us, if you ever see us, on the fact that he's not one of the baddest in the scene. He's on the rise, and he's doing the damn thing. And, Mike, he's only been painting a few years, man.
Dude, he's a welder that's got a paint gun.
Yes, sir. And then, look, I'll say this, dude, Slamfest, we love Slamfest. Slamfest 29 years strong. Another 7 pages or so. Unbelievable content. You have tons of mini trucks. Eddie Gordy's in here. You've got full-size trucks. Graham's Dualies in here. You have classic trucks. You also have, I know Joey's trucks in here. Smithworks painted this one. You've got Rob Scepter, rest in peace, his old Isuzu. You also have Shane from Scrapin' Customs. When he worked with Jimmy, he's got the Toyota in here. You have Schulman with 3 vehicles, including Crew Cut. You know, AccuAir has a little call out. Tons of Jimmy's running customs builds. Acrophobia represent like no tomorrow, including Sal with the tilt bed Mazda on the rise. Dude, Mike, you know who's on the rise? Acrophobia is on the motherfucking rise, dog.
Oh, Acro's always on the rise, brother, and that's for sure. And I'm thinking after the holidays, we got a little something for the Acro boys.
Oh boy. Well, Daryl Poe to Outlaw. You got Chris Hamilton words and then photos by Burrell. Very cool that. Although I'm thinking to myself, man, this truck has been out. Let's get it out in print. Patience is a virtue, right? Or patience is key. This amazing S10, you get a chance to see it in the raw form, and then hopefully soon in the finished form. So that's kind of all that I wanted to cover, Mike, for this issue. I would highly encourage, there's some people out there that I'll sometimes see that'll be like, yo, I got to get a copy and stuff. Listen, you might be buying every single copy on the newsstands. That's a lot of money. Just subscribe to the magazine. You'll get them every month. You can line up for 2 years. Just Google Street Trucks Magazine subscription. Punch in your information, Mike, because I'll tell you what, this magazine's been around a long time. We don't want to see it go anywhere except for on the rise, brother.
Yes, sir.
And one other thing on Street Trucks, Mike, they can't forget.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Just call now. No process. Mike, you won't charge processing, right? We're good? Okay, he's not going to charge processing. Okay, Street Trucks, Google Street Trucks Magazine, or click the link in their Instagram bio. If you go to streettrucksmag.com, you can vote on Truck of the Year. Listen, it blows my mind that the vote count is so low, right? Know that you have the power to put your vote counts, right? 2020 Truck of the Year, vote now. When you click on it, you do have to, this is the key, Mike, when you vote, you do have to verify your email address, okay? So punch in your email address, whether it's your normal one, your spam one, whatever the hell you're doing, but you got to go out, I believe, and you have to verify it. That is key. Get out there and vote. They've also included the OBS Builder's Guide, F100's Builder's Guide, C10 Builder's Guide. Dude, we need a Minis on the Rise Builder's Guide. You name it, go out there, streettrucksmag.com.
So the whole vote thing, they're not going to lose votes or hide votes or any of that stuff, are they?
I mean, if you want to get me on the subject, I mean, just remember, if you're complaining about your orders not arriving, just imagine how people felt about the mail not taking your vote. I mean, I'm just saying. But that's a whole nother deal. But in all seriousness, Mike, I know Greg Miller. Did you happen to see, dude? I think it's brand new that they put out. They got the official Facebook event out there now for Scraping the Coast. I know you're excited, bro. I mean, you just can't hide it. I know this, right?
Are you referring to the flyer is out?
Yeah,
and
but
all over social media?
Yeah, the flyer's out, but I think, and maybe I missed it, I think the official Facebook event is also out now.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, definitely the Facebook flyer made it official. But also, did you see that our boy, DJ Mays, relaxing in the park,
St. Louis?
got their flyer out. St. Louis got their flyers done and out and ready to distribute as well.
Yes, and Tony Moore, the big homie. So much more coming from the homie Tony Moore. Really want him to tell his story as well on OLP. He's a great, what's the word? He's probably going to be like, damn, dude, you said it wrong. He's like an illustrator, I think. I mean, I look at it as an artist. He's very talented. Tony Moore at Asphalt Army. He works really well with Brant as well in terms of, when certain things are printed and things like that, including stickers. So I know they have a great relationship, which is awesome, right? Because, you want to have those awesome, guys, if you will, in the scene really see eye to eye and kind of work together when they can. But Asphalt Army, great dude, as is Graphic Disorder. Love these companies separately a lot. And I tell you what, Scraping the Coast, if you just go on Facebook and type in Scraping with an IN, you're going to see it pop up. And you're going to see Mike. There's a lot of people interested. It is the 25th through the 27th of June, 2021. It's going down. And Mike, I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you know what annual, how many this is? Because you used to have to correct me. What number show for Scraping is this?
I'm going to say this is the 18th annual.
19th
because
annual.
The 19th, homie. Next year's the 20th.
Yes. So you're right. So this, I guess if you were splitting hairs, this year here is the 18th. I like how you work. Next year's the 19th. And then Greg already said, dude, he said, yo, if we can get enough people here for the 19th annual, he's talking 20th. They're going to, not literally, they're going to blow the lid off the Coliseum. I don't know what that means, but all I know is we got to get out there in 2021 to support it, Mike.
Oh, yes, sir.
But I got to say this, looking at all the different things, let's go over on the book face and see what else we may have missed. I know Dave Schulman did a cool thing. He was out there kind of promoting the business, but also kind of giving back with a PlayStation 5 and some cool things. That was awesome. And Mike, one of the things you had saved was Eric Mosley. I know he's been working on his 88 to 98 first real bath. He recently got the truck painted. It looks really good. And I kind of feel like part of the reason he had to do that, because I think I mentioned this when we were going to Made of Steel last year, Mike. You remember what happened with my Lincoln that caused an issue on his truck?
Oh, I remember. Something flew off and hit Eric's truck.
Well, I always remember the saying, if sparks don't fly, you're too high. I was thinking like that meant like if parts aren't flying off your ride, you're not fly or something like that, right? And unfortunately, I did lose a hubcap. I've since lost a second one. I since found the second one. That's a whole nother story. And I will tell you this, those are never going back on the car. All it is, folks, is they were set up for bias ply tires, not the radials. The radials, they push on those little teeth a little bit, and those hubcaps go flying. And I'll be honest, I had never really lost one like I had lost when the one hit Eric's truck. So I definitely apologize for that again. And I can't wait to see the OBS. Dude, Eric is always hustling on his rides, man.
Oh, no, absolutely. And actually, Eric's S10 is over at ProFab Florida, and Ryan's doing an LS swap on that bad boy as we speak.
Dude, I was telling Eric 6-door conversion, dually bed, new quick change rear end, Corvette, dude, interior. He goes, yo, stop texting me, dog. I was like, no, we're still friends, right?
Settled for a damn LS swap. What the hell?
Nah, man, dude, his truck is awesome. He drives it everywhere. And rumor has it, even though he's been wanting to do his for longer, he heard how good a job they did on your Mazda. And, he was telling people, yo, man, Mickey Mike the Mayor sold me. Even though he's boys with ProFab. I mean, let's be honest. I think you're out there selling jobs, man. I don't know if you know that.
Well, I mean, we all got to give credit where credit's due, and that's our boy Josh Miller. He was the first. And he got us all hooked on that damn ProFab Florida. So, guys, if y'all are in need, make sure y'all hit up Ryan over at ProFab Florida.
And I've been telling you, he did a 4-door. Dude, you should have did a 6-door, extended cab, roll down back window, bro. I mean, you really have compromised on your build. And I don't know if you're going to be able to make it up, man. If you don't do the one-off tires, we were going to have an issue, bro. So.
Well, I mean, I'm going to get those 38s underneath that damn thing one way or another.
You got to topple Mr. John Lopez, man. I like it.
Yeah, no, absolutely, brother. Well, dude, we got to give a shout out to our boy Tim Gilbert and his beautiful wife. 28 years together.
Yeah, real deal. So NC OG. I mean, this is an OG Negative Camber Florida member. Big ups to the homie Tim, man.
Yes. So yes, like Tim says, freaking here's the 28 more. So congratulations, and hey, to many more years of happiness.
Love it, man. And the only other one I wanted to cover was Ron Perkins said, man, the first stereo I obtained legally, I bought from Dave Mix probably 25 years ago. I would see Dave with most all my needs since and recently had him and kind of do some different stereo work in the teal Ram and the new Dually. Always friendly, always joking, just a great guy, fun guy. He said that he had heard that he had passed away back on December 18th. Might have been the 17th, but he says R.I.P. Dave. So want to kind of share that. Ron from Hammered Weekend Wear, a friend of ours, and if it's Ron's family, a close colleague, it's one of ours as well. So big ups and sorry for the loss there.
Well, the last one that I wanted to cover is our boy Sean Rose once again spreading the love, and when I say love, LUV, love, and Jesse Kidd and his wife were actually in a car accident, and Jesse Kidd's wife is still in the hospital. So guys, a fellow mini trucker, keep her in your thoughts and prayers, and just check out Sean Rose, because he actually did a panel, and that panel went up for auction, and it helped raise money to help the Kidd family out. And so hats off to Sean for always, coming and helping mini truckers in need, and all those mini truckers that went out and supported the cause. And but yes, definitely, the Kidd family, we're keeping you and you and your wife in our thoughts and prayers. So wish you guys nothing but the best and speedy recovery.
100%, brother. Well, these scene updates were brought to you by our family, as we mentioned earlier, was Scraping the Coast, but really the Custom Car Show Productions family. You often hear at the top, Real Deal Holyfield, Greg Miller, and some of his partners. They do a lot for the scene. Let's get out there and support the Real Deal. You got Orange Beach Invasion. These are annual events. OBI is mid-March. Come on down to the wharf in Orange Beach, Alabama. You also have the After Hours, which is kind of that nighttime show that is at Hank Aaron Stadium every May, typically. Scraping the Coast really needs no introduction. 19th annual. It's the last weekend in June. That's what you need to know. Let's get crazy in Biloxi, but keep it legal. And finally, this is where it really went south with Miggity Mike the Mayor when he went out to Biggity Bayou Showdown. I don't know what they're feeding him out there, but we heard it was real deal with tons of lowriders, full sizes, minis, you know it, you name it, on the rise, Biggity Bayou Showdown. It must have been a good one, Mike. It really must have.
Hey, all I know is we had a damn good time, and dude, we were busy that weekend working our asses off, me and Mrs. Mayor. So yes, it was definitely a good one.
Real deal. So as this one's going to be a quick one with the key show updates. I mean, we've done 52 straight episodes this year. We did 52 straight last year. I mean, 105 weeks. We did 104 episodes. So you guys know all about the shows. What I really want to just hit on is we've got Miggity Mike the Mayor, because we've got a lot to talk about with the movies and some of the hip-hop songs. We got Miggity Mike the Mayor. His show is February 13th in Clearwater. LST is 2 weeks later, the last weekend in February. We got Relaxing on the Ranch a week later, which is March 6th in Lake Wales. Orange Beach Invasion, literally the following week, Orange Beach, Alabama. That's the 13th through the 15th, and then only two more I'm going to hit on. Mini Truckin' Nats is the last weekend in April, so the 26th through the 28th. That's in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. And then fast forward about 2 weeks from there, you're already at mid-May, Mike, and Made of Steel show. It's going down in Dover. And, Mike, the rumor has it you're getting crazy with the Cornhole, right? I don't know how to say that any better, right? And you are looking forward to some sort of tourney, a.k.a. tournament, at Made of Steel?
Oh, absolutely, brother. We are going to be doing the Cornhole Tournament there at Made of Steel. So, guys, get your partner and come on out because we will be giving away a set of cornhole boards and bags to the winning team at Made of Steel.
Yeah, I can't wait. And I know we kind of went fast through these. We've covered them a lot. What I would ask is if you subscribe or you pick up an issue of Street Trucks, you're going to see all these shows in there. They've done a fantastic job of keeping them all in. Also, All Time Low magazine, they have a calendar that will also highlight the majority of these shows. Or, for our digital friends out there, go to our lifestylepodcast.com. On the left, select official OLP show calendar. And then once you land there, click on where it says click here to subscribe. It's going to ask you if you want to subscribe to our calendar. And biggity boom, we've already got it updated for 2021. You'll be able to filter in your iPhone or Android device. If you want to turn that calendar on or off, you can unsubscribe at any time. Just know our lifestylepodcast.com, we've got that digital calendar. And Mike, before we wrap it up, I know we kind of went through that one quick. Is there any updates that you have for your show? Is it still on? What the hell's going on, dude?
Of course it's on. And I want to give a shout out to, we started the pre-order for the show shirts. Guys, if you cannot make it to the show, definitely put the pre-order in. I got all the who you need to send money to and your information, but definitely get your show shirt, get those pre-orders in. Of course, the artwork was done by Graphic Disorder, none other. And guys, let's get ready to come. I got tons of people coming from other states, not just Florida, guys. But we got them coming from West Virginia, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. They're coming from all over the place to come down to After Dark, and it's going to be a damn good time. Don't forget, we're going to do the after party at the hotel. Get your hotel rooms. If you need a hotel room, the hotel is right behind the show. It's walking distance back and forth. We're going to have pizza, cornhole. We're going to have special after dark drinks there at the hotel for the after party. So we're going to have a damn good time. So I look forward to having everybody out there. And the only other thing is make sure that you guys get those hotel rooms because they are almost sold out and you want to be there for the and there's plenty of trailers. Somebody asked me the other day about trailer parking. There's plenty of trailer parking there right next to the hotel. So no problems, no worries. It'll definitely be close. Definitely be close. And Jay, the only other one that we forgot about was the Aftermath guys, Dragging the Alley, 2021, Saturday, January 16th at Boardwalk Bowl in Orlando, Florida. Starts at 10 a.m. You get your 5 players, make a team. Each club come out. It's club versus club. Even if you don't have a club, get 5 players, $75 a lane per team. Come out and compete, man. It's a damn good time. Every year, the Aftermath Florida guys put this on, Dragging the Alley. So come on out to Orlando, Florida. Guys, you got plenty to do in Orlando, so you can make a weekend out of it. It's going to be in January, so the weather's going to be great. So all you guys, no matter where you're coming from, come on down to Florida and let's have a good time. Let's bowl and let's drink some damn beer.
Yeah, and many truckers don't care about NFL anyways. So why don't you get out there and make it the first event? Let's really start this year off crazy. Mike thinks he's cool. Let's be honest, because he's got the first event. Whatever. Dude, January, they're coming like hyenas. I don't know what else to say, dude. You get out there, you go to the Dragging the Alley deal.
I'm not going to sit here like some other people, and I'm going to sit here and tell you everybody who's coming and all the trucks that are coming. And just, guys, I'm telling you, there's going to be a bunch of people there. We're going to have a damn good time. So come out and let's have a good time there at After Dark in Clearwater, Florida. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. It is every year. So let's do the damn thing.
Yeah, Dragon the Alley, just how you would think that it would is spelled. That is also on Facebook and Instagram. They also have, like I said, that Instagram account. So get out there, support the real. But these key show updates are brought to you by our family at the West Coast Influence. We say it time and time again. Many of you haven't seen it. We're going to start doing a Jeopardy if we have to. We're going to start calling out names. You got to go to minitruckfilm.com, order it, Blu-ray or DVD, stocking stuffers, you name it, the Club Elephant Game deals that you guys do. People are going to be diving over each other to get this one. It's better than Smut, okay? That's what Mike said. I don't know. But the West Coast Influence, go to minitruckfilm.com. Okay, Mike. Next, we got the podcast updates. And here we go. We do have some big news next week. Next week is the last week of the year. Let's get through this 2020 year. Just know that we're going to do everything we can to really wrap up this year the best that we can. We've got so much to cover, from pop culture to movies, a little bit of music, mostly mini trucks. Of course, the mini truck scene is what we're primarily covering. And then, Mike, I don't know if you've noticed, because you've been out gallivanting around in that mail truck, getting crazy, hitting the bottle clubs at night, supposedly. I have been updating and uploading tons of content to YouTube. Some of it's a little bit older. Some of it's things that, the way social media goes, if you just weren't on that day, you didn't see it. So instead of just deleting it from the computer and the cloud and poof, it's gone, we are putting that up on YouTube. So the YouTube numbers are on the rise, not only the subscribers, but the viewer minutes and things like that. So we got to keep chugging away. We got to get up to where our friends like I Built a Cruise, where our friends from Mini Garage, and, of course, Garage Gear Clothing, all of these guys are stomping us in the ground, and we're coming for them in a good way, in a friendly way, to bring you guys as much as we can out there, Mike.
Well, hey, just like Lonnie says from Garage Gear, guys, they're only 3-minute movies, videos, whatever you want to call them. Watch them from the beginning all the way to the end, so we know Uncle Lonnie gets paid.
Love that. So, the podcast updates brought to you by our family at Feltham Fab. We mentioned them earlier, but listen, Feltham Fab on Instagram, or Feltham Fabrications on Facebook. Search them up, look them up. I know Tim just got a custom mailbox. I know it was pinstriping by Mikey, but you also have a lot of other guys out there that are often looking for. So, you got people out there that are looking for different things, whether it's maybe a keepsake, maybe it's a custom painted mailbox. I mean, Mike, dude, if you don't have graphics on your house and you're a mini trucker, dude, you compromised. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest, right? I don't have graphics on my house, but I mean, I'm playing it. I got a rendering for my house.
Well, what I had Jason do is just come down and just paint Christmas lights on my house, where I didn't have to hang them up no more.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
I like that, dude. And then are they like you hit a button, you hit one button, and like the black light turns on, and then you can see them all at night, like that kind of deal?
No, it's got like that glow off of it, from the neon painted. And so, and it's glow in the dark paint, so it makes it look like when it gets dark that the lights are turned on.
I love it, dude. That's how you don't compromise. You keep the pedal stomped. You go next level. I mean, dude, Mike, in your Mazda, you're going to hit one button and your windows tint. Like, I don't know, is that like some James Bond feature? I don't know how you're doing it, but supposedly you're taking it next level. And I can't wait to see it, Mike. I really can't.
Me too, man. Me too.
Shannon she really loves you, man, for letting you do all that stuff. So, big ups to Mrs. Mayer.
Hey, I organized. Damn it, it's going to get done.
Yeah, dog. Next, we got the Airhead Nation updates, and this one, look, is with Heavy Hearts. It's someone that, as of right now, Mike, I'm not, I don't know this person, I don't believe, but when our family, Greg Miller over at Custom Car Show Productions, he mentioned earlier that a buddy of his, Billy, had passed away, and it looked like he was a guy maybe connected to the scene. There's a lot of people that commented on Greg's post earlier this week. Gonna miss you, guy. R.I.P. brother, from Cody Green. Richie Bailey said sorry for your loss. And, what we said earlier, health and family is always first. 100%, it's paramount. Just know, take care of yourself first. Take care of your family. Don't know the circumstances here, but I just know that we're losing too many people. 2020 has been a tough year again, no matter which way you slice or dice it. Hopefully we can get back to some normalcy in 2021, and we don't need to lose any mini truckers or any people out there. Friends, family, neighbors, you name it. Mike, it's been a tough year, and just looking forward to, like I said, getting back to a little bit of the norm, hopefully next year without this craziness.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's hope for a 2020, a non-COVID 2021. Let's hope and pray for that shit.
Real deal. And although it's with heavy hearts, we do have to say the Airhead Nation updates are brought to you by Garage Gear Clothing. You can visit garagegearclothing.com and order everything from a sport truck to a mini truck to a damn side-by-side on a shirt. Show them some love. Dude, those big brim hats, you'll even see one in the new street trucks, okay? They got a new little lifestyle kind of section. Those big brim hats, though. Mike, keep me honest. How much is the shipping?
Let me see. FREEEEEEEEE free.
Free in the continental United States, I believe. Big ups. Garage Gear Clothing. They're also on TikTok. They're also on YouTube. They're also on your phone via the website, garagegearclothing.com. Order some gear and add in OLP and just let them know we sent you. All right, Mike. So this week, the throwback term of the week, this is going to actually be a segment where we just talk a little bit about hip-hop songs. And I'm going to put you on the spot in just a minute. I'm going to ask you what your favorite hip-hop song is. But I'm going to let everyone know. Check this out. If you're on Spotify, okay, a lot of you out there, you're music fiends like I am. On Spotify, you can follow and you can subscribe not only to our podcast, but to our OLP Christmas playlist. Okay, you heard that right. And what I would tell you is I've got a lot of gems in there. Okay, it's pretty much hip hop. There is a little bit of R&B in there for Mike because he starts jamming out to that stuff. Shannon told me. We'll have to confirm that in a second. But just type in OLP space Xmas, Xmas. Give it a follow, okay? You might find this a couple days after Christmas. Go listen to it. We've got everything in there from Death Row to some old school hits. So, Mike, I got to ask you this. I know you don't really get down with music like I do, but have you ever heard like a hip-hop Christmas song?
Can't really say. The only one that really sticks out into my head, seriously, is probably the Beach Boys.
No way. Which one?
And that is probably about it. Because, when it comes to hip-hop, now, the whole, Boys to Men, let it snow. Yes, definitely heard that time and time and time again. And of course, who can forget freaking Mariah Carey and all her Christmas songs? Because I love me some Mariah Carey. Every year at the post office, we have this chick that puts every freaking every Christmas CD from Mariah Carey in, and we listen to it over and over and over again. And yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But isn't the Run-DMC, isn't it Deck the Halls, I believe, or some? No, I don't. That's probably not.
No,
it. What
yeah,
is it?
You're getting close, man. If we had like one of those, remember those games as a kid? Like you're getting hot, you're getting close, you're getting a little close. Christmas in Hollis. Yep, Christmas in Hollis is one. In my opinion, one of the greatest hip hop, Christmas songs of all time. It just has that, it really goes. Rock the Bells, I know they always played it whenever I used to listen to that a lot. That one definitely is classic. But look, I'm going to give you a little hint, Mike. When she puts that CD in this time, okay, this is what you're going to do. You're going to say, hey, play the track, All I Want for Christmas Is You, but the So Deaf version, okay? You got Jermaine Dupri, you got a little bit of the hip-hop mix to it. That's on there as well, Mike, and that's got a little bit more, funk in the trunk, if you know what I mean.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, I'll have to remember that because I don't recall ever listening to any hip hop Mariah Carey song before, but hey, because I'll be honest with you, and I guess it's more of a Hanukkah song, but Adam Sandler, that is always one of my favorites during the holiday season.
Oh, yeah, he's funny. I forget if he did those a long time ago. I remember he had that one song, Piece of Gas, like my ass. He had those like comedy ones, of course.
No, this is the Hanukkah song. For all those little girls that have no Hanukkah song, he made the Hanukkah song for all those little Jewish boys and girls.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that one. Now,
oh my God, did I stump you? Holy shit! I can't believe it.
I just remember he's like, piece of gas, suck my ass. that one song. So that's not very Christmassy. I apologize. But there's even, if you go out to OLP Xmas on Spotify, I've got the Ice Ice Baby Too Cold for Christmas version. Okay? And it is the Flow Like a Harpoon Daily or Nightly. I mean, literally, it's the song, Mike. And it's Christmas when you got Vanilla Ice on the cover with a fucking Santa hat on, dude.
All right, Jay, can you hear it?
Uh-oh, I can't hear it. Is it on your phone?
Yeah. All right.
What do we got here?
This is the Hanukkah song by Adam Sandler.
Yeah, it must not be coming through. Damn, you must be over there jingling, baby. I haven't heard that one. But here's another one. Now, Eazy-E. When you called me earlier, I was humming this song. I was like, Merry motherfucking Christmas. Merry motherfucking Christmas. And have a fucked up New Year. Listen, Eazy-E, from a hip-hop standpoint, has one of the best Christmas songs, okay? And I know Christmas is, a special time, and, you got the religious piece, and I get all that. I totally get it. I'm with you guys. But, you kind of get through Christmas Day, and maybe, you're having some eggnog, you're drinking a little bit, you want to get a little crunk, you put the Easy track on, and he's got not only the Christmas spin, but he's also got the And Have a Fucked Up New Year, 5150 Home for the Sick. That was that EP that they put out, which was, I think, going to come before Eazy's album Temporary Insanity, dude. But, dude, Mike, that is a classic song, and we might even have to ride out to that one. I don't know if we're going to do it on this episode, maybe next week, because we've got the little bit of the tie-in to, the New Year's.
Oh, absolutely. I say we do it, brother. Absolutely do it.
Now, if you go to OLP Xmas on Spotify, you're going to see we even have like Sleigh Ride by TLC. You've got A Pimp's Christmas Song, Snoop Dogg in the Magic Wand, the Don Magic Wand. So remember, Mike, don't forget Death Row. They put out the Death Row Christmas album. You know what I mean? I got that one on CD. If you want to borrow it, you'd have to return it. But, if you guys wanted to listen to that maybe on Christmas Day, that's an option for you. You've got Ghostface Killah. He put out Ghostface Xmas. Run-DMC also did Santa Baby. But you also had Outkast that did the Players Ball. This is almost the exact version, but it was on the a LaFace Family Christmas. You had everyone from, as I mentioned, Sleigh Ride, Tony Braxton, A Christmas Song. But on this one, it just only has a couple of different lyrics. You really can't even tell. But it did help Outkast at that time to really grow their listenership. But, the Dog Pound, you got Jeezy, you got Michelle A., you got all these different artists that put out different kinds of songs for Christmas. Even one of my favorite artists, Mike Roscoe, he's brothers with Corrupt. He goes by Sco now. He actually last year put out a Christmas album, I Love Cali Christmas. And that's one I've been riding out to. You had Uncle Luke from Two Live Crew. He put out Xmas at Luke's house, which, by the way, I would have loved to have been. Imagine if Uncle Luke invited you over and he had all the ladies there. Xmas, at Luke's. I mean, that would have been a cool one. But Afro Man has Deck My Balls, and he also has Oh Chronic Tree. I mean, who would have ever thought of this, Mike?
Yeah, no, definitely not me. Definitely not me.
But all I can say, Mike, is for me, I really think that Christmas in Hollis, I mean, the foresight that they had to put out a Christmas song that really, it was so catchy. The only other person I can remember, I know Curtis Blow put out Christmas Rappin'. Curtis Blow kind of came and, before a lot of those guys, if you will, in hip-hop. But there's a lot of them, Mike, and I'm going to keep, as I continue to do each year, I'm going to add these into the OLP space Xmas, that's XMAS, on Spotify. They got to get out there, and they got to follow now, Mike, before we start charging extra processing, right?
Oh, absolutely, brother. Because, it's kind of funny how different our Christmas CDs are. Because I got Willie Nelson's Christmas.
Oh.
I got Carrie Underwood's Christmas. I got Boys to Men Christmas. And it looks like Luke Bryan Christmas in my Christmas CD collection. So our Christmas CD collection is definitely on a different level.
Well, listen, I know it may not get there in time. I could maybe rip the CD files if you want the Christmas on Death Row, maybe some of the, Santa Went Straight to the Ghetto. I mean, I have a feeling Shannon would like to hear that kind of stuff on Christmas. I mean, it's on Spotify if you just follow the playlist. Turn it up loud, like when the in-laws come over, and really let it flow, man. Let it flow. Let it flow.
How about that Deck My Balls for the holiday soundtrack?
Could you real quick? Could you imagine if your dad walks in and that thing is on full blast, dude? I mean, what is he saying at that point? Is he going, dude, F this, I'm out? Or is he like, yo, man, give me some more eggnog, dog?
Well, hey, maybe that's the way of getting rid of the in-laws,
There you go. There you go. So, okay, I know we didn't go through an exclusive list, but the Throwback Charm of the Week, a.k.a. some of our favorite Christmas songs, is brought to you by our family at Colorado Custom. We've said it time and time again. It's coloradocustom.com or Colorado Custom on Instagram or Facebook. DM Michael and team if you need a steering wheel, a billet rearview mirror, or, dare I say, a billet set of wheels. Hell, he'll even do spinners if you want them. The billet spinners, they're flying off the shelf. You got to get out there, coloradocustom.com. But, Mike, I think that's all of the songs, right?
What do you think? Floating center caps, from Colorado Customs?
I'll still never forget when I saw Frank at Diesel Wheels built the Dually wheels, bro. Frank's like, dude, how do you still remember that? I go, dog, I need a set. Mike's paying.
Yeah.
He goes, all right, I got Mike's bill right here. He goes, okay, I'll ship him to you.
Yes.
Remember on Dumb and Dumber when he's like, kick his ass, Seabass? And he was like, well, who ordered this beer? And he pointed over there and he goes, well, if that guy's name's Seabass. That's what I told him. I go, if that guy's name's Mike Murray right there. He goes, all right.
The bill.
Yep.
Give him the bill.
Love it. So, Mike, let's really wind this one down with our last topic. Typically, what's trending in social media? Brought to you by Graphics Mafia, which we'll talk more about in a minute. But this one is going to be, with Christmas and the holiday season a part of us, this segment is our favorite Christmas movies. And I know there's so many to go through, potentially. But I got to ask you, Mike, if you really had to make a list, if one of the Airhead Nation really kind of twisted your arm and said, you know what, Mike, I need your top, maybe 3, maybe 5 on a good day. What's one Christmas movie that just comes to mind that you just got to put on every holiday season?
Well, how about we just say, because I'm curious to know this, guys. Am I the only one that their wife watches the Hallmark Channel as soon as it starts on? And every time you turn around, you walk into the living room or the bedroom, wherever you got your TVs at, the Hallmark Channel is on, and it's Hallmark Channel 24/7 until Christmas.
Dude, I mean,
am I the only one?
Look, here's the only way we're going to find out. Disney has to do a meme. Not has to. Disney's going to want to. And let's get a true vote going in the Airhead Nation group. Hallmark Channel and the household, yay or nay. That's really where we're at, Mike. I mean, because I'll be honest, I don't know the channel numbers. I mean, I don't really, I kind of do the Siri, tune to ESPN. I didn't even know Hallmark. I thought they were cards. Do they have a channel?
Yes, they do, brother. Because believe me, my TV is on it. I can hear it right now. In the living room, dude. And it's on there right now.
Oh, wait, I do remember that, because Lori Loughlin, wasn't she tied in all that? Yeah, from Rad.
She was.
Yep.
Not no more. Not no more. And the chick from Full House, I can't remember her name.
No, that was her. The hot one.
She is. No, but the little girl.
Oh.
Was it DJ? that her name, DJ?
Oh, yeah,
She's
DJ's a real deal.
Yep, she's like one of the big stars on those Hallmark channels. Believe me, man, I see it on my TV all the time. But dude, one of the movie that I watch every single year and I absolutely love it is Elf. I love Elf.
Well, see, it's ironic because I was wondering, I was going to bring that one up and say, is it an instant classic? Here's the thing that blew me away, doing a little bit of research. I had a feeling that you were going to say that one. What I saw is it only had like 33 million at the box office. Yo, it's ODB. I'm going to insert this correction right here and remind everyone, as I mentioned a moment ago, we're going to talk more about Graphics Mafia. If your business or your brand or your club is in need of custom vinyl stickers, reach out to none other than Graphics Mafia. That's GRAPHIX Mafia.com. You can also find them on Instagram and Facebook. Send them a DM. They'll take care of you. There's a lot of different things they do, from the custom cut of vinyl stickers, regular stickers, and so much more. Hit them up as we're going into the new year. Take your brand or your club or, hey, whatever you're working on to the next level. You know how they do. But a moment ago, I mentioned, I kind of had a feeling I said this wrong. The box office for Elf in the U.S. Elf grossed $175 million in the U.S. and Canada, and another 47 million in other territories. Really, a total of about 23 million, depending on where you check. The 33 that I said in error, that was a production budget of 33 million. And Miggity Mike the Mayor and I don't mention this. My wife forced me the other day, and I'm glad I did. I had not watched the newer episodes on Netflix, The Movies That Made Us. Highly recommend. Whether you're a fan of Elf or not, it's definitely a good watch. It kind of puts it into perspective of how the movie almost didn't even happen, but also how it was potentially going to be a totally different kind of movie in terms of scenes being cut and things like that. But obviously, it really came out to be a classic. I won't even say a cult classic because Mike's like automatically disconnects at that point. But again, Graphics Mafia, GRAPHIX Mafia.com, Facebook, Instagram, or website. Enjoy the rest of the episode, and if we didn't say it enough, have a Merry Christmas, y'all. We appreciate everyone. OurLifestylePodcast.com to order merch. Stay on the rise, and back to the regular scheduled programming already in progress. And I swear I did see this movie in the theater. I do think that this movie maybe just caught, I mean, it is, I don't know if people would call it a classic, but I have met a lot of people that as long as you're not a Will Ferrell hater, you pretty much love this movie, right? Most people do. That's my opinion. I don't think it did like blockbuster numbers at the movies, but I do think it is very funny.
Yes, I love that one. So what would be one of your favorite all-time Christmas movies, Jay?
Well, last year we celebrated the 30th anniversary of this classic, 1989. It's something called National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, dude. And here's something cool the Airhead Nation may not know. The National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation house is actually in the movie, of course, snowy Chicago suburb. However, the true location is the back lot at Warner Brothers, and a friend of mine, I'll call him, all about Los Angeles on Instagram. He does some really, really, really cool stuff. He actually recently posted, it's all about Los Angeles on Instagram. And he recently posted a photo outside of that. Now, of course, the Warner Brothers backlot, it's not just easily accessible to the public. But Mike, it was pretty cool to see the photo in front of it. I'd love to visit that location at some point. And you know I love Lincolns. I would love to actually park the Lincoln out front of it and get a photo, man. But I mean, that would be a far drive for me.
Oh, yeah, just a little, just a little. But another one that we always watch every single year is always the Home Alones, 1, 2, or 3, doesn't matter which one. We always watch Home Alone every single Christmas as well.
Well, we just celebrated last month the 30th anniversary of Home Alone, the original, And that was 30 years ago. I remember going with my friends to the mall and the little theaters that they had back then. That movie, I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. You got Christopher Columbus, not the Christopher, but Chris Columbus. He's tied to the Goonies and so many other classics. He directs it. You got John Williams with the score. He never thought they would be able to get him. You've got some very funny actors like Joe Pesci and whatnot. Dude, that movie, I don't know what it is. Every time I put it on, I think you can catch it now on Disney Plus. If you got the DVD, Mike, you're still rocking the VHS, right? I mean, you got I've heard a mega VHS collection, and like I told you last time we talked, I don't want to see that stuff, man.
Yeah, I got the VCR that you put in from the top.
Yes.
The VCR, not.
Yeah.
Yes, I still got one.
And you got the little stickers, like when you loan the movies out to your buddies, you're like, don't forget to rewind it and stuff. I'm like, I ain't touching that fucking thing, dog.
Well, I have the little stickers on it says "Be kind, rewind."
Right. But dude, there's no denying Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2, classic. Mike, we can't have this conversation without saying you got the Charlie Brown Christmas, 1965, A Wonderful Life, that often plays, 1946. You have Miracle on 34th Street, the OG, 1947. And then, of course, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 1966. But, Mike, do you know what famous Christmas movie came out in the year 1983? And don't shoot your eye out, kid.
Oh, man. That damn BB gun, baby. I'm telling you. They made that BB gun fucking famous because it wasn't 83 because I was too young. But I do remember watching that damn movie and then getting one of those freaking BB guns for Christmas, dude. That is obviously a classic. And I'm just glad you haven't thrown out that whole cult classic crap that you try to spill all the damn time.
Well, it is a classic. I don't think it's a cult classic because so many people do love it. But I'll tell you this, Mike. You and I were on the phone one night, and I was laughing hard. There's a guy named The Daily Woo, or Adam the Woo, that's WOO, and he goes to filming locations all over the country. And he actually stayed this year in the house that were the majority of the exteriors and then a lot of the interiors from the film. You can actually stay there. There's tours, there's a gift shop and all that. People purchase that. There's the house across the street. I mean, that's like a whole big, as you would imagine, kind of a tourist attraction. But that would be pretty cool. Imagine, Mike, if you love that movie so much that you actually got a chance to stay in the house where they basically, quote unquote, made the movie. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, absolutely. And another thing that we can sit here and we can talk about that people, swear by all the damn time is, brother, and I hope you don't think this same thing, but Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Listen to me. I'm serious, dude. I'm not messing around. Those are fighting words. And I will wrestle you to the ground, okay? Like a Daniel LaRusso, Caruso, whoever. Dude, okay, I'm going to just set the record straight. And this just came out 4 days ago, all right? So don't get me started. ScreenRant.com. I knew you were going to say this, Mike. They recently ran an article about a week ago. The AFI released a special behind-the-scenes video featuring someone talking about Die Hard and how it became a Christmas movie. Okay? The director goes deep into a 12-minute video discussing art history and the concepts of, this is going to get really off topic, authoritarianism and capitalism and all kinds of crazy shit. But bottom line, they confirmed it, my friend, is a Christmas movie. So do not tell me otherwise, or literally we're going to get Dizzy to come off the top ropes and do one of those wrestling moves and knock you to the ground, dog, with an axe.
All right, but I'm still going to disagree with you. But I'm going to tell you a movie that I think is freaking awesome and a lot of times doesn't even get brought up, but I'll give you a clue. It's from 2006, and you can see it from space.
The moon? Are we talking about WALL-E?
No, it's a Christmas movie, okay? It's got the short guy in it, okay? We're not talking about Mike Murray, and don't be typing it and Googling it and shit. I hear you over there.
No.
I stumped the stumper
Okay,
here.
2006. I'm thinking. See, I thought you were gonna go A Nightmare on Christmas, but that's 93.
Because I love that one. Dude, it's Deck the Halls with Danny DeVito, man.
Oh shit! I'll be honest, bro. It's been.
Oh,
I mean, I see how you're trying to spin things around here. You know.
see, I stumped you.
See?
Oh, dog.
See, someone's working behind the scenes here. I have a feeling. Okay, I just looked it up. Oh, so Matthew Broderick, if you would have been like, yo, Ferris Bueller, I might have been like, yeah. But listen, Danny DeVito is a funny dude, man.
Dude, that movie is hilarious. And I love it when he sits there, you can see it from space. He like kills the whole damn block because he's got so many freaking Christmas lights on his house. That's a good one. And, and that, like I said, Christmas with the Cranks, I think is another good one too.
That is a funny one. That is a funny one. That's Tim the Toolman Taylor guy. And is there an Arnold Schwarzenegger one too, where it's a Christmas movie? I know that's a famous one. Is that the one with Sinbad? I just remember that.
He's the mailman. Sinbad is the mailman, dude. Mr. The robot, and he's trying to get the robot. And remember, I beat all those. We just watched that one too the other day. Damn it, Jingle All the Way.
Yes, Jingle All the Way. And I watched in the last like 3 or 4 months. I watched the whole little documentary on YouTube about Sinbad. Like those what happened to so and so. That guy's had kind of a crazy up and down deal. But let's go back really quick before we wrap it up, dude. I think you and I would agree one that we could have on in both households would easily be the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. What's one of your favorite, moments, one-liners, scenes, if you will, from the famous 1989 movie? Dude, 31 years ago, anniversary just happened this past late November.
All right, now you stumped me. Which one are we talking about?
National Lampoon's. What's one of your favorite scenes from that movie, or sayings, or just funny things you remember?
The shitter is by far. What is it? The shitter's clean. Dude, I love it when they're out there. Shitter's full, shitter's clean, and dude, when they come over and they bring. Remember when they wrapped the damn cat?
Dude, yes. There you go, bro.
Dude, that is fucking hilarious.
Okay, I got a couple. One is I love when he goes up in the attic, right? He falls through and he lands on Russ's bed, the top bunk, and then he just starts putting on, like he just plugs in, and then, boom, he's got the 8mm running there. Then he puts the thing on his head, he's kind of crying and stuff. Family leaves him. That's funny to me. I love when they get ready to plug in the lights and they can't figure that out. And then, of course, the neighbors. I don't know, Margot. And then he goes, hey, Griswold, where are you going to put the tree? And he's like, bend over and I'll show you, So there's a lot of those little funny things. But, dude, as a child, man, growing up, I always thought that chick in it, like the older sister, I always thought, dude, I think her name's Juliette Lewis. I don't know what it is. Like, now I look at her and go, no way. But, as a kid, I was like, man, she's pretty hot, dog. The older sister, you know what I mean? So.
Hey, I hear that, brother. Didn't they bring the tree in and like went through the roof or some shit and bumped out the windows?
Yeah, when they cut the string.
And then it was infested with the freaking, what was it infested with? It was infested with something.
Yeah, it had all kinds of shit going on. I think the squirrel was in it, and it was bad news, man. The whole movie is so funny, and there was a little article someone had put together, and they figured out, like at the end when the SWAT team comes in the windows and stuff, how much it would have cost, like in today's number, to repair the house from all the damage in the movie, and it was some like exuberant number. But yeah, those are just a few. You look back and you kind of go, the shitter's full, or some of those memories that you have, and a lot of it, Mike, is us growing up. Whatever was on the TV, kind of like A Christmas Story. Those are kind of really resonate with us, and that's what we remember. But, dude, no doubt it's been a crazy year. We've got a lot to wrap up next week, man. We talked a little bit about hip-hop songs. I think Run-DMC kind of wins it for me. Of course, movies, we've got a little bit of a debate going there. The only other thing I was going to share is Eminem dropped a new album. And I say new album, it was kind of like a deluxe packaging, which really was as a side B to his album that dropped in January. So been streaming the heck out of that. I enjoy it just kind of as an Eminem fan. And Mike, I think, dude, this is one of the first episodes in a while. We just got you and I on here. I think we've kind of settled some of our beefs, and hopefully there's no more that flare up over the next few weeks. And, you might be, good for a few weeks. We'll have to see, dude.
Well, hey, this is 2 in a row, man. We're really cooking with grease now.
Yeah, and I just want to let you know, like, next week I got something else planned, so don't, get your cards up, so.
Oh, okay. So 2 is our limit, is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, we kind of reset. It's kind of like the Bucks. Like, they're never going to win more than 2 in a row, right? I mean.
Oh, jeez. Don't even get me started.
Just kidding.
Fucking, I can only play 30-minute games. You can't play for a whole fucking 60-minute bullshit.
Listen, really quick. Maddie's team was 11-0, and they had a 3-game skid, dude. So.
Hey, Jay, since you brought up your Maddie's team, the good old Pittsburgh Steelers, we are in our fantasy football league, the Airhead Nation Fantasy Football League. Okay, hey, you got me started talking about football. Okay,
shit, I'm sorry, guys. Just go ahead and we'll wrap it up here. Go ahead.
Yep, I was playing Joey. Okay, and in the semifinals. All right, and good old Joey, it came down to the Monday Night Football game. Okay, where the Steelers were playing the Cincinnati Bengals. The Steelers should have absolutely demolished the Cincinnati Bengals, okay? And the Steelers, I had the Steelers defense, and Joey had a wide receiver, Claypool, for the Steelers. And I think he had me by like 10 points. The Steelers defense should have had no problem scoring at least 20 points against the damn Cincinnati Bengals, and I could have pulled that game out. Well, needless to say, the Pittsburgh Steelers scored 2 points, and Joey beat me in the semifinals. So now Joey goes on to play. Let's see, who is it? He goes on to play. I forgot who it was that he plays now. How Did I Get Here, I believe, is the team that he's playing in the championship game. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the Replacements is playing Aftermath Gnome, which is Joey, in the championship game. And then for the third place game, it's going to be Down South Buck Fan, which is myself, and Corey Floyd from All Time Low Magazine are playing for the third place game. And then, of course, we got B-Rad from Malibu, which I don't know if you know anything about that reference there. B-Rad from Malibu. Jay, does that ring a bell?
Is it the Malibu gangster movie?
Yeah, Malibu's Most Wanted. Hey, how about that? Mike knew another one.
Yes, sir. Wow.
Yeah, so actually it's our boy Brad with Big Brown is playing for fifth place, and he's playing the commish, which is Jason Weiss. But that's pretty much how our fantasy football league ended. Oh, well, I can't forget seventh place. We're digging pretty deep here. But Big Tonka is going to be facing Hammered Weekend Wear for seventh place. Man, how they have fallen, man. Good old Hank started out great for Ron, and then Ron tried taking over the fantasy team, and because Hank got him to 5-0, and boom, he falls flat on his face. But needless to say, I didn't win, and I'm going to end up winning third place in this league. But look forward to having, thanks to all the guys that participated in the Airhead Nation League. I think there's a couple teams that aren't going to be returning next year because I don't think they even set their lineups there towards the end. So I think those people will be kicked out, and we'll be needing some new teams for next year. And so if anybody is interested that listens to the podcast that's interested in fantasy football, I think we're going to have like probably two positions open in our 12. What are we? I think we're a 12 team. It's a 12-team league. So we'll have some slots open for next year. It will be $100 buy-in. So if you guys can't afford $100, then don't play, because there ain't no use in playing if you can't play for some damn money. And it gives these people that did spend $100 a reason to finish off the season. So besides bragging rights, and of course, we'll see. Joey is facing Aftermath Gnome is placing the Replacements, and we'll see who takes that championship. So, but congratulations, Joey, on beating me, and we'll see what happens next week. But Jay, the only other thing I want to say is welcome back, Mini Trucker Colt. They were gone for about as long as I was, and they're finally back, and they finally put out another podcast after about a month. And they had all kinds of excuses why they didn't.
Are they on your new website, asleepinthewheel.com, or should I not announce that yet?
Yeah, don't talk about that yet.
I'll edit that. I'll edit that out.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. But I just want to say, hey, welcome back, guys. And once again, I finished off my big bag of
Sizzlers.
My Sizzlers. And got me through another edition of episode 216.
Real deal. So, Mike, I mean, dude, we've covered so much. I know the Airhead Nation's like, dude, put me out of my misery. I would just let everyone know that if you go to our lifestylepodcast.com, we certainly appreciate all of the support out there. We did have a couple of coupons going down, and we certainly appreciate that. All of the orders and things like that. If you get a chance, go out there, ourlifestylepodcast.com, order some stuff. Let's free up some of this weight that we're carrying so that we can get ready for the next bigger and better thing. So, Mike, dude, it's always real deal, man. An hour and a half of you, I don't know. I might have to cut this down to about 20 minutes, but it's not going to be easy, bro.
No, good luck on trying to get that down. But yeah, dude, hey, good to be on here. Just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you guys celebrate.
Festivus.
And I'm sorry?
Festivus for the rest of us from Seinfeld.
Yeah, yes, sounds good. Didn't watch that either, sorry.
Oh, boy. And last but not least, Dizzy, thank you so much for always helping with the memes. I've also commissioned him for maybe to help with some of our cover art for this coming episode, which is going to be this episode. The Dizzy_Duck on Instagram. He's kind of tied in with the big homie at the Spark Show. He works obviously very close with Adam. So big ups and appreciate Dizzy for all that he does.
Absolutely, brother. Well, hey, with that being said, Airhead Nation,
we at you. Peace.
I approached him very slowly with my heart full of fear. Looked at his dog, oh my God, a ill reindeer. But then I was dealing with the man had a beard and a bag full of goodies, 12 o'clock at near. So I turned my head a second and the man was gone. But he must have dropped his wallet back dead on the lawn. I picked the wallet up and then I took a pause. Took out the lights and then it cold said Santa Claus. $1 million in it cold, hundreds of G's. Enough to buy a boat magic car with ease. But I'd never steal for Santa, cause that ain't right. So I was going home to mail it back to him that night. But when I got home I bugged, cause under the tree was a letter from Santa and the door was for me. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens, rice and stuffing, macaroni and cheese, and Santa put gifts under Christmas trees. Decorate the house with lights at night. Snow's on the ground, snow white so bright. In the fireplace is the Yule log. Beneath the mistletoe as we drink eggnog.